This is your ultimate guide to Grand Theft Auto Online. Whether you are a brand new player and you don't know what to do, whether you're an experienced player and you still don't know how to make money, if you follow this guide, you too will have millions and millions of dollars. This is episode 5 in a series I call From the Ditch to Filthy Rich. I started as a level 1 in 2024 and I started with nothing, and I've worked my way up now to own some of the best businesses in the game where I'm making millions of dollars an hour. And you can too. If you don't know what to do, I'll link episode 1 down in the description below. Go back, watch that. Watch episode 2, watch episode 3, work your way up to where I am now here at the beginning of episode 5 and follow along. You can earn millions and millions of dollars and you can be the king of Los Santos and you can buy absolutely anything you want in this game. A lot of the stuff in this game costs millions and millions of dollars, and by following along with this series, getting to the point where I am, you won't even think twice about spending that money. So if you want to know how to make money, how to be the king of Los Santos, just follow along with this guide. Let's jump right into it right now. Welcome back to my beginners series, From the Ditch to Filthy Rich. This is episode 5. We are now at the point where we own the agency, the acid lab, the Kasatka submarine, a nightclub, and if you started off like me with the career starter pack, you've also got a bunker. In this video, we're going to go and finish fully setting up the nightclub, because at the moment we've only got the nightclub here upstairs making us money. We need to start making money downstairs with the warehouse. That's what we're going to do. And doing something a little bit different this time around. You can see I've only got $1.2 million, which is exactly what I finished the last episode with. In previous episodes, I've given you a daily grind, told you to go out and make X amount of money before you started the next episode. I'm not doing that in this particular episode. I'm just going to I'm recording this over the space of 4 or 5 nights. I'm just going to be running a Caprico heist, grabbing the next business. That's what I'm going to be doing. If I'm going to be on for longer than the 2-hour period that it's probably going to take me to do a Caprico heist, buy the next business and set it up, then I'll probably go and do a Cluck and Bell farm raid or the Dr. Dre contract and buy the next one. Anyway, look, the point is, this next episode is going to be recorded over the space of 4 or 5 nights, rather than just recording it on a Saturday night like I have been doing in the past. So everything between episode 4 and this episode is going to be pretty much done on camera, except for, obviously, I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to go run a Caprico heist now, and I'll come back and talk to you once that's over. And we're going to go ahead, we're going to buy our next business. For some of us, it'll be our next business to support the nightclub warehouse. For some of you who don't have the bunker, it'll be your first one. So we're going to go jump into that right now. I'll come back and talk to you once I've finished the Caprico heist. Now, one of the good things about having the Oppressor Mark II for the Caprico heist setups, when you're doing the plasma cutter, just come in here like this, let your rockets lock on, shoot it through a few rockets in, drive through, pick up the plasma cutter, and fly away. And that wasn't as clean as I would have liked it either, but that's just shows how much easier that is. And then just fly back to your Kasatka. Simple. Oppressor Mark II makes grinding and missions a lot easier, the missions that you can use it on anyway. Okay, so Caprico is done. We're going to go ahead now and purchase the first business that we're going to need for the nightclub. In order to do this, we need to first go to Maze Bank Foreclosures, come into Enter Site. We're going to be buying the MC businesses first. To do so, we need a clubhouse. Now, you can buy any of the ones in the city you like. The cheapest one is actually all the way up. No, it's not all the way up there. The cheapest one is here at Great Chaparral. That's not too bad of a location. If you can afford one in the city, get one in the city. You can move it later if you want. I'm going for this one just because it's the cheapest one, so I'm going with that. We don't need to worry about the mural, the style, the emblem, the name, or the gun locker. But the custom bike shop, again, grab this one if you want. You may have to do another Caprico heist or another Cluck and Bell farm raid or something like that. I'm not going to worry about this one just yet. I will grab this later though. It's only 530,000. You can make a bit of extra money with this one. Every 48 minutes a bike will come into your clubhouse and you can customise it and deliver it. And if you deliver it undamaged, you will receive $50,000. Now I do have a separate guide on how the motorbike club works and the MC businesses as well. I'll link that down below, but for now I'm just getting the basic MC clubhouse. That's all I need right now. So now I'll head over there and I'll talk to you when I get there. Okay, so when you arrive at the clubhouse, just head inside. And welcome to your MC clubhouse. Over here is your bar. You can resupply this every 48 minutes or so, I think it is. And it'll send you out on a resupply mission. We'll give you money passively into your office. In here is your contracts. These are clubhouse jobs you can do. And again, like, I've got a guide on how the MC Clubhouse works, so I'll link that down below. I'm not going to go over all of that in this particular video. What we're wanting to do here is come into the office, sit down at this laptop here, and we're going to buy a business linked through the MC Clubhouse.
Greetings, new user.
Okay, so if we come in here, these are the different businesses we can own. We've got document forgery offices. There are 4 different locations. We have a green farm, grass farm, counterfeit cash factory, a blue lab, and a white lockup. We're going to be going with the lockup first. This is the one that pays the most going into your nightclub. Of all these businesses, this one also pays the best, but I have no plans to run any of these. Again, the link will be in the description on how the MC Club and the MC businesses work. I don't run them, and I'm pretty sure I explained why in that video, but we do need them for the nightclub anyway. But so this one pays the most of all of the nightclub goods we can source, so that's why we're going for this one first. And just select the cheapest one. Even if you do plan on running it, it's a pretty good location. So we'll just go ahead and we'll purchase this now. And I'll go over and set that up, and I'll talk to you again in a moment. Okay, let's head over to the Coke lockup and head inside. Okay, so come inside, walk up to the laptop here, and we need to set this up. Now, as I said before, I have no interest at all in running any of these businesses for this account. I don't do it on my main account, but we do still need to set it up before we can set the nightclub technician to sourcing South American produce. So we need to go and set this business up. Okay, so we're going to come over to a location here. We're going to pick up this vehicle here, and we're going to drive this back to the lockup. Now, one good thing about being registered as an MC Club president is, I'm just make sure I'm driving where I'm supposed to go first, is you come into your interaction menu here. Did I automatically do that, did I? Send your vehicle back to storage. And then when you come in, you can then request any of your motorbikes and they will spawn right beside you. And the Oppressor Mark II is classed as a motorbike, so you can spawn that right beside you once you own an MC Clubhouse and you register yourself as an MC Club president. There we go. Once we get back to the lockup, that shall be the mission finished. And our lockup will now be completely set up, and if you want to start running it, now you can.
They've got the stuff. This is day 0, baby!
Okay, so how this business works is pretty similar to the bunker. You can see down the bottom there I've got a supplies bar. Over time that supply will get converted into product. And again, I've got a video on how the MC businesses work. I'll link that down below. The only thing that is different from when that video was recorded and now is the most recent DLC released about a month ago. The timer on your sell missions did get an increase. So instead of being 30 minutes now, I think they're 45 minutes. Again, it's just, look, watch that video and you'll see why I still think they're a pain and not to run them, because they're not really solo friendly. But anyways, come into the laptop here. If you are going to run this, do not run it until you've got these 2 upgrades here, your equipment and your staff upgrade. But you can see that's going to cost you almost another $1.4 million. So, just 1.4, 1.2 million, almost 1.3 million. Sorry, my maths is terrible. I don't know what I was thinking there. Almost $1.3 million on top of the $900,000 that this business cost in the first place. So yeah, don't, unless you got these two, don't run it. Just don't run it. We bought this so we can assign a technician in the nightclub to South American projects, which we're going to go do that now. So yeah, just if you are going to run it, once you've bought these two here up, always buy supplies. Always buy supplies. When the supply bar is empty, it'll be $75,000, same as with your bunker. Never steal supplies, because you're only going to get about a fifth of the bar if you're doing it solo. So always buy supplies. You're buying a full batch of supplies will give you a full bar like I've got here now. But again, I'm not running this business, so I wouldn't bother. Anyway, I'm going to head over to the nightclub now, and I'll talk to you when we get there. Okay, so I've come into the nightclub basement. Going to log on to the laptop here. We're going to come down to warehouse management. And you can see now that South American Imports is unlocked. That is because we just brought the white lockup. And we can assign this technician over here if we want, but then no one will be getting sporting goods. So what we're going to do, we're going to hire this guy here for $141,000, and then we're going to assign him to South American Imports. So now we have two technicians securing two goods for us. You can see here I've already got a couple of crates of sporting goods. So now the where are we? South American Imports. This will start to go up now as well. So basically, next I'm going to go do another Cayo Perico heist once that's off cooldown, because I'm done for tonight. I've only had the 2 hours to record, so I'm going to be coming back tomorrow. So by the time I come back to record, for me, the Cayo Perico will be off cooldown. If you're doing this as you're watching this, go to a Dr. Dre contract instead. You're going to get around about the same amount of money, but it's going to take you a little bit longer to do that one. That's why I'm doing Cayo Perico heist when I come back. It only takes me about 45 minutes to do that. But anyway, yeah, so when I come back, I'm going to go buy the next MC business, which will be the Blue Lab, and we'll go hire a technician to source the pharmaceutical research. So I'll talk to you again once I've come back from doing another Cayo Perico heist. So after doing another Cayo Perico heist, I'm now at $1.8 million again. I'm going to sit down at the laptop here in my MC clubhouse. We don't want businesses I own, we want buy businesses. And this time we're looking for the Blue Lab, and we're going to go with this one here at the Grand Sonora Desert. This is not a bad location if you're going to run these businesses. This is probably the location you want for this particular one. Again, I'm not going to be running them, so logic just says get the cheapest one. Okay, so now head over there. We'll go set it up. So once you get over here, head inside. Head down to your laptop here. And we're going to do exactly the same as we did with the white stuff. Lockup. Come to setup. That's going to put us on a mission. So we're going to need to pick up this truck here and drive this back to our lab. And when we get back to the lab here, that'll be the setup finished.
Sweet.
So once you come inside, you'll see here down the bottom, exact same bars that are in the lockup. In fact, all 5 of these MC businesses all run exactly the same way. You buy supplies, converts to product, and then you sell it. The only difference is the amount they make, with the lockup being the most. I think it's $508,000 once it's completely full. The lab here being the second most. I think it was 428. I can't remember the exact total. It was 428,000, I think. Look, I've got a guide on the business, on the MC businesses. Check that out. I don't recommend running these at all. The only reason we're getting them on this account is for the nightclub warehouse. So next, head to the nightclub warehouse, and we'll go assign our technician to the which one did we do here? Pharmaceutical research. Okay, so I've come up to the laptop here in my nightclub yet again, come down to warehouse management, and we're going to come and hire the next warehouse technician. It's going to cost us $184,000. $1,500 this time. And we can assign him to pharmaceutical research. Now, our next technician is going to cost us $240,000. I did tell you they increased a bit, didn't I? So next we're going to go and... Look, I'm going to actually be on a little bit later tonight, so I'm going to go do a Cluckenbill farm raid, and that'll end my night tonight, I reckon. And tomorrow I'll come back and I'll do a Capreco heist. That way I'll have enough money. Open up my phone to purchase a hangar. And we want to get one up here at Fort Zancudo. The cheapest one is $2,085,000. The reason we want to buy it at Fort Zancudo is if you're going to operate this business, the missions that operate out of the hangar can take part anywhere on the map, all the way up the top, all the way down the bottom, anywhere in the middle, and it's just nice and central. Also, once you own a hangar in Fort Zancudo, you have clearance to enter Fort Zancudo, so you can fly over top. If you've got a mission that's taking you across there, don't have to fly around it. You can fly over it, and you're not going to get a wanted level. You can go inside and steal a jet if you want to. You're not going to get a wanted level. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to go do a Cluckenbill farm raid, and that'll be all for tonight. And when I come back tomorrow, I'll do a Capreco heist. Then we'll come ahead and buy the hangar here. So that's going to set us up with cargo and shipments. Now for cargo and shipments, you can get a hangar or you can get a cargo warehouse. But to get a cargo warehouse, we first need to buy a CEO office. Where are we? We go to Dynasty 8. And the cheapest one is $1 million. And then we need to go buy a crate warehouse, and that's going to cost a couple $100,000. I think the cheapest one you only need a small one to get your nightclub technician for cargo and shipments. But the reason again that we're going with a hangar is for the clearance Fort Zancudo. Plus, you can store aircraft in your hangar once you own a hangar. So crate warehouses are something that I will recommend you buy later on, just not right now. So anyway, I'm going to go do the Cluckenbill farm raid, and I'll come back, do the Capreco heist tomorrow, and I'll come back and talk to you then. So I'm back now, done the Capreco heist. I got myself $3.1 million because I also sold my acid lab, which happened to be full. Now listen, what I haven't said before in this video, and probably because I've been recording most of the episodes on a Friday and Saturday, is when it gets to a Tuesday or a Wednesday, don't buy any businesses or any vehicles, because there's a chance that one may go on sale with the Thursday weekly update. So I finished this last night, the Capreco heist, got my $3.1 million last night, but with the update coming, we got the information earlier this morning of the stuff that's coming out, so I can now go ahead and buy the hangar like I was going to. But I didn't want to buy it last night because if the hangar went on discount this particular week, I would have been kicking myself. And I'm going to tell you now, I should have said this much earlier in the series. Do not buy any businesses or vehicles on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. And if you are following along with my grind, and I'm saying to you at one point in the video, buy this business, if you get to a Tuesday or a Wednesday during your grind and you're at that point where you can buy that business, just wait. Just wait until the weekly update resets on the Thursday. Now, I post a video on my channel every Thursday morning Australian time, around about 8 a.m, 9 a.m, roughly around that time on a Thursday morning, with all the weekly update information, what's on discount, what's paying double money or triple money. So check that video out and then go ahead and buy the businesses, or don't. If it's coming on sale, just wait until that update releases. It's normally about 12 hours after I post the video that update goes live, so make sure you're doing that. So anyway, right now, we're going to go and buy the hangar. Now, one thing I also should mention, actually, if you have this office here for free, I'd recommend picking that up and then go and buy yourself a small warehouse. It's only going to cost, I think, $300,000 for the small warehouse. And that way you're going to be able to unlock your technician for cargo and shipments for only $300,000. But we are going to want a hangar anyway, so if you've got the money there, I suggest getting the hangar. So come up here, we're going to get the one at Fort Zancudo, and I explained before, because it allows us access into Fort Zancudo, that's why we want this one. So come in, and it's going to cost us $2,085,000. So we're not going to worry about the hangar style, the lights, or the graphics, or the office furniture, because that just changes the look inside. Not worrying about any of that right now. If you want to change all of this later, once we've got lots of money, go ahead and do that. Living quarters is one thing I will recommend to pick up right now. It's only $230,000. That way we can spawn here. Now the workshop, this is something you will want, but at $1.1 million, we can't afford that right now. So just leave that. We're just going to finish setting up the nightclub first. The reason you want this workshop is you are going to be buying aircraft eventually. You can store them in your hangar. In fact, some aircraft you can't buy unless you're storing them in your hangar. So that's why we need this particular property, but the workshop allows us to customise those aircraft. So that is something you will want later on. We're not worrying about that right now, so we're just going to go for the living quarters. That's it. Let's go and purchase this. And now we'll need to head over there to set it up. I'll talk to you once we get over there. Okay, so once you head over, head inside. We'll go through a cutscene. I'll talk to you once that's over. Head into your office, come up to the laptop, press right on your D-pad to sit down. And we'll need to set up this business. So we're going to give you sent on a setup mission. For this one we're going to need to head over here. The missiles are going to lock on, but I'm not going to fire because I can't remember what we've got to do here. So I'm just going to land. There's a heap of Lost MC members here, so take them out. There's only 2 of them, was that it? Sweet, okay, that was easier than I remembered. So hop in this plane and fly this back to the hangar.
Hey there, thought I'd introduce myself. I'm Rooster. Think Ron should have mentioned me. I'll be available for some cargo jobs around the hangar if you're ever looking to source some cargo. I keep a small crew and we are super flexible. Flag me down anytime.
So you're going to get that phone call from Rooster when you're on your way back to the hangar. He talks about being able to source you crates passively. I've got a guide on how the hangar works and I'll link that down below, but never ever use Rooster to source crates. It's just not worth it. Now we're going to have to lose the cops here, so can we call Lester to do that? I can't remember. I'm finding out as you're finding out.
How can I be of service?
And we
So
can,
you don't
excellent.
want to get in serious trouble, huh? Okay, leave it with me.
So now just land the plane right near the hangar. Oops. I kind of overshot it there. That'll do though. Okay, now the hangar is set up and we are ready to start operating this as a business. Like I said, I have got a guide on how this one works and I do recommend using this one. But I'll explain how to in a moment. So Rooster's over here. You can press right on your D-pad and he'll go source crates for you. If you press on PlayStation it is X to send him off, but we're not going to do that. Oops, I think I just did. Did I? Nope, I didn't. Excellent. I think I accidentally pressed X when I didn't mean to, but no, all good. So come upstairs to the office and we'll sit down at the computer. Okay, so this gives a quick overview of the business and we have 8 different types of products we can source here. So to source a product, just you click on one and you can choose either air or land. Always choose land, it is just that much easier. They are the newer missions and it's been made to be quite solo friendly doing land missions. Now back out. Now we don't just want to source any products because these are grouped and there are 3 separate tiers and you do get a bonus for the more stock of one particular tier you have. So for example, counterfeit goods. and tobacco and alcohol are bulked together, if you have 5 counterfeit goods or you have 5 tobacco and alcohol, you'll get a 10% bonus on the sale. Jewelry and gemstones, art and antiques, and animal materials are bulked together as well. Now, if you have 10 crates of one of those, you'll get a 12% bonus. Medical supplies, chemicals, and narcotics are grouped together as the top tier, and if you have 25 or more of those, you'll get a 35% bonus. Now, if you have 50 of one, so let's say for example you have 50 crates of narcotics, that is going to give you a 70% boost on the sale, 70% bonus on the sale. So you can see there, you don't want Rooster to go sourcing because he's going to bring back a random crate, and that is going to completely mess up your the bonus you can get for these. The way I recommend to do this is to source 50 narcotics and sell once you've got 50 narcotics. Problem here is that the source missions as well, you're only going to source 1 crate at a time. You can source up to 4 if you have 3 other people helping you. For every person you have helping you, it increases the number of crates up to 4. So you've got 2 people, you get 2 crates. So when I say 2 people, that's you and a friend, for example. 2 of you get 2 crates. If you've got 2 people who are helping you, that's 3 people altogether, you're going to get 3 crates. If you've got 3 people helping you, making 4 altogether, you're going to get 4 crates. Now what I recommend doing here at the start, because we've got 1 counterfeit good, 1 jewelry and gemstones, 1 narcotics, I recommend just selling this and going for land. Get this out of the way. Do it in a private invite-only session. Just get it out of the way, so then we can come back and we can source 50 narcotics. And the way I recommend sourcing this is work it into your daily grind. For example, when you first log on, you're going to be go to a Caprico heist. Before you do that, make sure your businesses are stocked up, the ones you're working on. So if you've got your acid lab, ring Mutt, buy supplies, come here, do 1 source mission. And just work this into your grind every so often, between, like, if you say you're on here for a couple of hours, you're going to do the Caprico heist, Cluck and Bell farm raid, and Dr. Dre contract, for example. Then do this before the Caprico, do it after the Caprico, do it again after the Cluck and Bell farm raid, and then sell when it goes double money. That's the way I recommend working this business. Anyway, I'm just going to go sell these, and I'll run you through this sell mission pretty quickly. Always sell by land as well. Always sell by land. So this one's pretty easy. We've got... How can we do 10 drops when we've only got 3 crates to sell? This game logic doesn't fly, man. We've got to drive this car down into the city. We're going to have 10 drops down in there. So I'm going to just do this and I'll talk to you once it's over. So just come in, press right on your D-pad to drop the crate. Oop, I ran straight over the top of it again. Now you're going to see some blue smoke in the distance. That's going to show you the best route to take to get to the next drop. See there we go again. More of the blue smoke. Because the game's not going to put up the waypoint automatically for you for this one. So here's number 2. Number 3. There we go, now I just need to leave the area. And done. Why did I only get 87,000 then? It said 90,000, but anyway, it wasn't about the money. That one was about getting the hangar empty so we can source only narcotics. So now head to the nightclub and let's go assign a technician to cargo and shipments. Now again, enter in passive mode so we can get the troublemaker and toss him out. Now I just noticed that my wall safe was full, so collect the $250,000 in there, and then I'll come and sit down at the laptop. Computer, laptop, same thing, whatever. Come down to warehouse management, and we're going to go ahead and assign, where are we? This guy here, $240,000. How much is our last one, by the way? $312,000, so there we go. So we're going to come and assign him to cargo and shipments. Now, at this point, for everybody who doesn't have the bunker yet, if you've got enough money to afford it, go buy it. If not, go do a Caprico heist, go do a Dr. Dre contract, whatever you need to do in your grind to be able to afford the bunker. Go to buy the bunker, set it up, make sure you got the equipment and staff upgrades, and assign all your staff to research. Now, if you can afford it, let me open up my phone. If you can afford it, I highly recommend grabbing the farmhouse bunker. Now, those of us who already have the Chumash bunker over here, I am going to recommend that once we've finished setting up the nightclub and we can afford to do so, we go buy the farmhouse bunker. That is a better location, particularly for the ammunition runs and all of the cell missions. So, you know, we got this one when we did because it was cheap, and it's not too bad. It's not too bad, but I have the farmhouse bunker on my main account, and this is a better location, but it is a lot more expensive. So everybody who doesn't have the bunker, do what you need to do, grind enough money to get this one, set it up the way I just said. Those of us who have the Chumash bunker, once our nightclub's fully set up, we will move to the farmhouse bunker as well. Now, for those of us who already have the bunker, we're going to go do Caprico heist, and we're going to come and assign cash creation after going and buying a cash factory. And then we will have the 5 best products sourcing for the nightclub warehouse. So I'm going to go do what I need to do. Where am I at here? I need to put some money in the bank account so I know what I've got here. My maths is terrible. Righto, so I've got just shy of $1 million right now, so I'm going to go do a Caprico heist. Going to go do maybe a Cluckenville farm raid as well. And then I'll come back and talk to you once I'm ready to buy the cash factory. Okay, so I'm back. Come and sit down at your laptop now. Before I started recording, so I was standing here trying to figure out why I couldn't load in. I was registered as a CEO. You got to retire as a CEO. You can't log into your MC Clubhouse laptop here unless you're registered as an MC president. Okay, so we've got the lockup and the lab here. So I'm going to come across to buy businesses and filter out for cash factories. And we're just going to go with the cheapest one here. Grand Sonora Desert. If you are going to operate them, this is the best location in my opinion for the cash factory. So let's go ahead and grab this one. Now head over there and set it up, and I'll talk to you when we get there. Okay, so once you get over there, head inside. Okay, so same as we did with the lab and the lockup, head over to the laptop here, log in, and set up. Now we've just got to pick up this vehicle here and deliver this back to the business. And once we get back, that will be the mission completed. Now this works exactly the same way as the other 2 MC businesses. All 5 operate exactly the same. You've got the supplies bar and a product bar. If you're going to operate them though, I do recommend buying supplies, but only after you've purchased the equipment and staff upgrades. I can't emphasise that enough. If you want to run these businesses, go check out my guide on how the MC businesses work. You'll probably see that it's not really worth it. We've only got them for the nightclub. So let's head over to the nightclub now. We need to go assign our final technician to, was it cash creation? So let's head over there. Okay, as we log in, come down to warehouse management, come up to the final technician hire, $312,000, and we're going to assign him to the cash creation. So now, as everybody who didn't have the career starter pack should have the bunker now as well. I said to go get that before getting the cash factory. So we should all now have 5 technicians sourcing cargo and shipments, sporting goods, South American produce, pharmaceutical research, and cash creation. What we need to do now is we do need to purchase this upgrade here, the equipment upgrade. Now, just through pure luck, the week I'm recording this, it is on sale. It is a nightclub week. It's normally $1.4 million. So if you're watching this in the future, that's what it's going to be. You're going to need to if you don't have the money right now, like I don't, you're going to have to do some Caprico heists, a Dr. Dre contract, whatever, Cluck and Bell Farmer, whatever your grind we've got going on, going to need to do that because it's going to be $1.4 million otherwise. But if you're like me and you catch it this week, it's just under $1 million. And same with the security upgrades are on sale as well. So, and so are the staff upgrades if you don't have these yet. And you're watching it this particular week. So what are we? This went live August 15, so it'll run through until sorry, not August. Yeah, August 15. So that'll run through until where are we? It's August 21 of 2024. So if you're watching it in those 7 days, you can pick these up discounted. So go ahead and do that if you are. Of course, but you don't need them anyway, so even if it's not discounted, you've got to pay the full $1.4 million for the equipment upgrade, but it's going to make you so much more money anyway. The other thing we're going to need to do come into the nightclub here, renovate, storage. Now that we've got all 5 sourcing goods, we are going to need to grab the storage here, and it is normally $1.7 million. So if you're watching this in the future, that's what it's going to cost you. Otherwise, you're watching it this particular week that I'm recording, it's only $1.1 million. So we definitely need to get the 5 storage. You can see at the moment here, I've got to continue on with my grind until I can afford those. But you know, if you're watching and you've been grinding away, you might have more than this already. So go ahead and purchase them if you have. So anyway, for now, I'm going to go. Well, I've just Caprico's not on. Caprico is on cooldown for me, so I might go run a Dr. Dre contract, and I'll come back and talk to you once that's finished. Well, I'm back, and I ended up doing a Dr. Dre contract. I sold my acid lab, and I also did the time trials. It was the beginning of a new weekly update event. So look, I do videos on how to complete the time trials each week. And now, if you're on PS4, Xbox One, and PC, you're not going to have the HSW time trial available. So don't worry about that one. What I should suggest you guys do, if you haven't picked up a Power Surge, it is an electric motorbike. Let's log in here. This one just here, in my weekly videos that I do for the time trials, I always recommend this one for the regular time trial if you don't have HSW available. For those with the HSW, obviously we are using the Hakuchu drag. We got this one, or those of us who had the career starter pack, got this one at the start of the game, and we got used the free HSW upgrade on this one. Anyway, I'll show how to do those time trials, so check that video out. I've done those. And now I'm going to come in. I'm going to firstly come into Internet Maze Bank Foreclosures, come to my nightclub, which is here, renovate, and I'm going to go for the storage. I'm going to grab all 5. Now, at the time I'm recording this is just very fortunate, unfortunately for me, well, not unfortunately for me, but very fortunate for me that it is on sale. If you're watching this in the future, when it's not on sale, this is going to be your price here. So you may need to do an extra Caprico heist to be able to cover the costs here that we're going to spend. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase that. So what this now means is when I come into my computer, that's Tony's computer. I come over here to my computer. When I log in, you see here now I can hold 360 crates of stock before I need to sell it. And we've got all that set up, haven't we? We've got all 5 technicians. We did that earlier in the episode. Come down now to upgrades. And we are going to purchase the equipment upgrade. Again, for me, I got very lucky that this is actually on sale. If you're watching it in the future, this is going to be the regular price. Now, it just so happens that I've gone to buy this the week it's on sale. Coincidence. I didn't want to do any focusing on businesses that were on sale during this particular Ditch to Filthy Rich series. Last year's series, I really focused on making sure I got the businesses that were on sale that particular week. And then I realised that if you're watching this in the future, you're not going to have that available. You're going to have to have more money than what I had to purchase that. So I'm just making it very clear that 1.4 million is what you're going to be paying if you're not buying this equipment upgrade this particular week during Nightclub week here. Was it August 15 through to August 21? So look, I'm going to go ahead and purchase this. Now, the security upgrade, I'll totally leave that up to you. Looks going to back out for a minute. How much have I got still there? So I got 840,000 in the bank, 100,000. So I got 940,000. So I'm not going to worry about the security upgrade right now, but I will get that after I do another Caprico heist. Now, something else you'll need to do is come into War Stock Cash and Carry. Scroll down and we are looking for the Pounder Custom. Now the Nightclub sell vehicles, we've got the... Which one? Is it again the Speedo Custom we've got? That comes free with the Nightclub. And that can only deliver up to 90 crates. So if you've got less than 90 crates, that's the one you're going to get. Now, if you've got between 90 and 180 crates, if you purchase the Custom Mule, this is the vehicle that you'll need to sell for those. If you've got over 180, then the Pounder Custom is the one you're going to need to buy. Now, what I'm going to suggest to you is don't buy the Mule. The Mule sucks. I've got the Mule on my main account, and I wish I didn't. The Pounder Custom's pretty good, and the Speedo Custom's pretty good. However, if you don't buy the Custom Mule and you do buy the Pounder Custom, anything over 90 is going to default into the Pounder Custom. But if you own the Mule, anything between 90 and 180 is going to go into this one instead of the Pounder Custom, and you don't want this one. This vehicle sucks. So I'm going to recommend right now, forget about the trade price because it's only $100,000 extra. It's not even that. $80,000 extra. So just go ahead and purchase it for $320,000. So come downstairs to the basement and we can have a look at it. Okay, so there it is there. We can come inside and we can customise it, which if you're going to sell in public lobbies to get the high demand bonus, you are going to want a little bit of protection on this. So I recommend the armour plating all the way up. That's going to cost $150,000. And weapons, proximity mines, definitely grab those for $99,000. Now the secondary weapons here, this is totally up to you whether you want to put this one on. I do recommend, however, the mounted missiles is the one I recommend, but you can go with a remote missile battery. This one will help if you got oppressors chasing you, maybe. I don't know. Like I've always gone with the mounted missiles. You are a little bit protected in this one when you're doing your cell missions. I think you can take up to 8 or 9 rockets before it blows up. So you've got time, if someone does come after you in an oppressor, you've got time to pull over, get out, and hopefully shoot him before he shoots you. So I just go with a mounted missiles. And then you might want to add some speed upgrades to the transmission, the turbo, and the engine, and the brakes. And then I'd leave it at that. There we go. And oh, I spent too much money. I've left myself. Have I really just spent all that? Oh no. I have too. Look, don't do what I just did. Go do another Caprico heist or something first, another Cluckenbell farm raid first. I do think I've got some money in the safe here, so it's going to be enough for me to start the Caprico heist again. I got a little bit out of control then, didn't I? Nope, I've just collected the money in the wall safe. Anyway, look, in 48 minutes time, the money's $100,000 is going to come into this wall safe for me because I'm doing, it's happens to be double money this particular week. That's not an issue. I can go do the Cluckenbell farm raid. That's going to get me $500,000. So look, make sure you're doing that before you go spending the amount of money I did. I just lost track of the money that I had then, and that's not a good idea to do. So look, we'll finish the episode there, I reckon, but I will lay out this as a daily grind for you to do. When you first log in, call Mutt and request Acid Lab supplies. Then go to your hangar and source 1 crate of either narcotics, chemicals, or medical supplies. And whichever one you source, make sure that's what you always source. So if you've already done that, let's say, for example, you've already got a couple of crates of narcotics, make sure you're only sourcing narcotics until you've got 50. Okay, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to fill it up with one type of product, so either narcotics, chemicals, or medical supplies. Once you've done that, come and check your nightclub safe, your nightclub popularity, make sure your popularity is all the way up, and I've shown you how to do that. Remember, come in passive mode, kick the troublemaker out, collect any money that's in your wall safe, then go to your cassette cut and do the KO Perico heist. Go do the Cluckenbell farm raid. Go to your bunker and deliver your ammunition supplies. When you've done that, come back to your nightclub again, in passive mode, kick the troublemaker out, keep that popularity up. When you've done that, go and do the Dr. Dre contract, and make sure you're doing payphone hits and security contracts in between each leak. When you've done that, give Mutt another call. When you go to your bunker to do your ammunition run, make sure you're checking your supplies. And we should have that set, at the moment, we've got that set to manufacturing. So make sure your supplies are always full. Go there, buy your supplies, unlock all the stuff we need to unlock. So after the Dr. Dre contract, you should be at a point where the KO Perico heist is about to come off cooldown. So depending on how quick you get it done, it might already be off cooldown. So come to your nightclub again in passive mode, kick the troublemaker out, keep the popularity full. Then, go do another KO Perico heist. Now, that's if you're going to have up to 3 or 4 hours or more where you're going to be able to play. That's what your grind should look like. However, if you only got an hour to play, do a KO Perico heist. Make sure your Acid Lab is full before you start it. Make sure your nightclub popularity is full. Now, if you've got an hour and a half to 2 hours to play, do a KO Perico heist, do a Cluckenbell farm raid. If you've got 2 hours or a little bit over 2 hours, do a KO Perico heist, do a Dr. Dre contract. And then, like I said, if you've got the 4 or 5 hours you can play, do the big long grind I just suggested. Doing this is going to get you millions and millions of dollars. And that is pretty much all you need to make money in this game. Now, that's not going to be the end of the series, though, because what I'm going to do in the next episode, I'm going to show you a couple of treasure hunts that I haven't actually had pop up yet in this series, which is why I haven't shown them yet. But I'm going to get them to spawn, and I'm going to show you how to get a couple of exclusive weapons, as well as I think it's $100,000 each. It might be $200,000 each from each of the treasure hunts. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've done them, but I'm going to show those in the next episode, as well as I'll be jumping back into my main character and show you the things that you should be spending your millions of dollars on now. Things that are fun, things that are going to help you with missions, things that are going to help you grind. That's what I'll be doing in the very next episode. So this episode here is pretty much going to end, well, I guess you'd call the tutorial side of this series, explaining to you how to make millions. Because in the very next episode, which probably will be the last episode for the series, I'm going to show you what to spend your money on now that you're making millions and millions of dollars. So we'll leave it there. If you've enjoyed this video, please drop a like. If you want to see more GTA content, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.